Hi, I'm Larry Peterson, WA9TT. In this video, we will explore a few careers in radio. There are some great technical career opportunities in radio. Design engineers develop the block diagrams and schematics to create radio devices. Design technicians select the actual parts and determine the physical arrangement of those parts on printed circuit boards. Radio station engineers operate and maintain radio station equipment. Electronics technicians repair radio equipment. For those interested in commercial broadcast radio, there are some very interesting career paths to follow. Of course, there's always the announcers and radio and TV personalities. Station managers are responsible for the overall operation of the radio or TV station. Program directors or music directors are responsible for broadcast content. Program writers are responsible for producing some of the actual text that is read by announcers or personalities. Radio communication systems are everywhere in our culture. Many careers include radio operation incidental to the main career role. For instance, public safety functions like fire and police require radio operations. 911 centers are critical communication hubs. Air traffic control relies on extensive radio communication networks. Military operations all depend on radio communications. If you want to pursue a career in radio, it is not too late for you to consider these points. Most jobs require a high school diploma. Engineering generally requires a college degree. You can gain broadcasting experience at college radio stations. You can gain what you need for most technician jobs by attending a community college. There are many organizations that offer radio license training and certifications.
I basically design communication systems for spacecraft. Communication systems is the ears and mouth of a spacecraft because it allows for the ground station on Earth to send commands to the spacecraft for them to be processed, and also while the spacecraft is orbiting Earth, it's collecting all this good data that needs to be sent back to Earth.
One of Vodafone's projects is the communication system for the Magnetospheric Multiscale Mission, or MMS. NASA wants to learn more about the Earth's protective magnetic layer, also called the magnetosphere, and the Sun.
What I have in my hands right now, it's the real antenna. The transmitter and the receiver are connected to here. So if you need to transmit, you send your signal through here, it goes through this system, and it radiates into space. And whatever station is on the ground, it will pick up that frequency, and you could actually receive all the information that you want.
To make sure the antennas for MMS will work as they were designed, Adon and other science engineers use a special room called the anechoic chamber.
You notice that it's full of pyramids, tiny pyramids made out of foam. That carbon foam would actually absorb RF. Now, you know that if you're transmitting through a regular room, a lot of that energy bounces back and forth. You don't want all the energy that comes or bounce from other sources, so that's what the pyramids are there for. Anything that hits those pyramids, it actually gets absorbed and not reflected. Science can be challenging at times. Math can be challenging at times. If you see something and you're curious about it, just ask the question. No, it's not going to hurt anybody. It'll make you a better person just because you know something that you didn't know yesterday.
To learn more about the MMS mission, go to mms.gsfc.nasa.gov.
Houston LSO, this is Cape Radio. I copy you 5 by on all of the information.
Out for observation. Go ahead.
928, this is Cape Radio. I received you 3 by at this time. Realize you have me Lima Charlie.
928, that's good readback. We'll give you a radio check here in another 45 minutes or so.
Houston LSO, this is Cape Radio. I have you 5 by.
And we have you the same over here. Just to let you know, balloon was released and it's airborne at this time.
Marine Corps Communication Electronics School, Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center, 29 Palms, California. Trains Marines in ground electronics maintenance, communications, and aviation command and control operations in order to ensure that Marine commanders at all levels have the ability to exercise command and control across the full range of military operations. Marine Corps Communication Electronics School includes Air Control Training Squadron, 29 Palms, California, provides entry-level and skill progression training for Marines in 24 military occupational specialties, including 2305, Explosive Ordnance Disposal Officer, 2805, Data Communications Maintenance Officer, 2831, Digital Wideband Repairer, 2841, Ground Radio Repairer, 2847, Telephone Systems Personal Computer Repairer, 2848, Tactical Remote Sensor System Maintainer, 2862, Electronics Maintenance Technician, 5910, Aviation Radar System Maintenance Officer, 5939, Aviation Communication System Technician, 5948, Aviation Radar Repairer, 5974, Tactical Data Systems Technician, 5979, Tactical Air Operations Air Defense Systems Technician, 7204, Low Altitude Air Defense Officer, 7208, Air Support Control Officer, 7210, Air Defense Control Officer, 7236, Tactical Air Defense Controller, 7242, Air Support Operations Operator, and 8641, Micro Miniature Repairer, 0621, Transmissions System Operator, 0622, Digital Multi-Channel Wideband Transmission Equipment Operator, 0623, Tropospheric Scatter Radio Multi-Channel Equipment Operator, 0629, Radio Chief, 0631, Network Administrator, 0650, Cyber Network Operations Engineer, 0671, Data Systems Administrator, 0689, Cyber Security Technician.
Hi, I'm Mallory Davis, the Promotions Director for Q106.3. Welcome to Midwest Family Broadcasting here in Madison, Wisconsin. We are the home of 94.1 JJO Solid Rock, Magic 98, Q106.3, La Movida, 1550 WHIT, 93.1 Jams, and 1670 WTDY. We're going to tour the building today with Radio 1 Broadcasting School. I'm going to take you around the building, help introduce you to certain people that work here. There are all sorts of positions that you can have, anywhere from on-air talent to music director to promotions director. And we're just going to talk to them a little bit about what they do to help give you a better idea about all the jobs that are in radio. This is Jason Stevens from the Q106.3 Morning Show. Jason, how long have you been working at Q106.3?
I started here in 1997. I started part-time on the weekends and worked my way up to mornings in 12 years.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you do on the morning show, like just daily job tasks?
We get here early, way before the show starts. We show prep. We take care of all of our breaks. We do a lot of scripting, pre-scripting our breaks to make sure all the basic stuff is covered. We do a lot of social network work, so Twitter and Facebook and blogging and that sort of stuff. And then the actual show sort of just takes care of itself from there. We don't do live phone calls. We don't do extended talk breaks. I mean, our longest break of the morning is probably just over 2 minutes long. Tomorrow morning on the show, it's Wednesday! Yeah, Wednesday!
Halfway through the week.
Halfway.
You made it.
Halfway is good. That's what we can do.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning on the show, we'll have the joke of the day at 6:20, the nitty-gritty from Music City at 7:10. We'll play Celebrity Password at 7:20, and you could be chosen to win Jason and Nicole's breakfast delivery from Panera Bread. You can go to our website right now to sign up, q106.com.
Bagels and breakfast sandwiches and coffees, oh my! Zach Brown Band, Keith Urban, and Kenny Chesney. We've got a whole boatload of really talented guys. They're just a small part of another long set of music that's coming up next on The Q.
So Jason, I have to ask you, what's your favorite part of being on the morning show or being on the air in general?
Every 2 weeks, they give me money.
Be serious.
I'm serious. I have a mortgage. Yeah. My favorite part about the job that I do here at Q is that I get to do the stuff I love to do, and that's entertain. I like the music a lot, but there's a part of me, I think, from a very young age that just wanted to entertain people and make people laugh, and so I get to do that.
This is Christy Harms. She is the promotions director for WJJO and also Jams, 93.1 Jams. Hi, Christy.
Hi, Mel. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just want to talk to you a little bit about what you do on a daily basis. You juggle 2 stations, 2 highly promotionally intense stations. So can you just talk about your daily tasks, trying to keep everyone on track as far as both of your stations go?
Sure. Well, the main thing that I got to keep track of is my staff, because they can get pretty crazy and things like that, but they're fun, especially with 2 stations now. So, but basically when I come in, I check my email. I usually get a lot of emails for day of promotions that we have going on, or events that we have coming up, or concerts we have coming up. So email usually takes a pretty big portion of my day. Then I look at the scheduling, see what we have coming up, and schedule my staff for both stations to do that. I have to schedule everything that goes on air. When you hear the jocks talking, a lot of that comes from what I put in our system and things like that. I have to deal with all the prizes and contesting that happens every day, make sure everything's downstairs, the front desk lady knows what's going on, and again, deal with the sales reps all day with questions and things like that. And meetings, promo meetings are always fun.
Christy, one last question for you. What's your favorite part of your job? There's so many aspects. Is there one thing that you just love to do?
Actually, it might sound kind of crazy, but I just love coming to work. It's one of those jobs that, you don't wake up and you're like, oh, I got to go to work today. It's exciting to come to work. I'm never like, oh, man, I don't want to go. And like I mentioned earlier, something is always new happening, something different, something maybe really stressful, but something that you see results from, and it's such a good feeling to see what you've done at the end of a day. We have one event where it's an empty island, just grass, nothing's out there, and by the time we're done with it, we have over 10,000 people in attendance, 16 bands, up to 20 different sponsors out there, and it's a successful show. And the next day, there's absolutely nothing out there again, so it's a really good feeling when you see what you've accomplished.
This here is Randy Hawk. He is the program director for WJJO here in Madison. Hi, Randy.
Hi, Mel.
Can you just talk to us a little bit about what you do on a day-to-day basis as the program director for JJO?
Basically, the program director is in charge of everything that starts with a P: programming, promotions, and production. So the main thing that I like to say about it is you're in charge of the brand. And since your brand is essentially air, whatever's going through that air defines your brand. So the production, the sweepers and elements that run between things, the promotions, the activities and stuff the station's up to, and the programming, the actual music and the stuff that the jocks are talking. Music intensive format back cell coming up in 7, 5, 3. Madison Solid Rock! I'm kidding, I don't really talk that way. Madison Solid Rock, 94.1, JJ, latest from Papa Roach, also Slipknot, and 30 Seconds to Mars. Good morning, I'm Randy Hawk. Chance to text to win today after 11. Also got the 94-minute non-stop Solid Rock lunch on the way, and your mandatory Metallica just before 1 on JJO.
And what is your favorite part about being a program director?
That I'm my own boss. I've really had a problem with authority my entire life, and I became the program director. I didn't really want to be the program director. I wanted to be a morning guy, but then I found out if you're a morning guy that you have to answer to a program director, so I decided, no, I want to be a program director because I don't really want to answer to anybody, and then I became an operations manager because I found out program directors answer to operations managers, and operations managers really answer to the general manager, so that's what I wanted to do.
At least there is one honest guy in this building.
I wanted to have as few people as possible over the top of me.
This here is Zach Rogers. He is our production director here. He has worked at Midwest Family Broadcasting for, I don't want to say a lot of years, but you have a lot of experience in what you do. So, Zach, can you tell us a little bit about what you do from day to day as the production director?
I basically I produce spots. I also hand out production assignments so I'm not the only person, because we'd hate to have all Zach radio all day. So the salesperson will go out and they'll sell the spot to their client. They come up with an idea. They either go through Paul Blair. I don't know if you've met Paul yet.
Not yet, but we will.
Okay, you'll be meeting Paul later. So Paul may write a script, or they may write a script. I may help them write a script as well, and then we start the production process of I help them pick out music. I give it to a person that I think will sound good on that specific spot for that specific client for if they're what they're trying to sell.
And Zach, can you tell me a little bit about what your favorite part would be about your position here?
My favorite part is when we get to be just as creative as we want. Instead of saying, okay, we just want voice over the music, that's it, where you can start playing with sound effects. And because, ever since I've been a kid, it was always that, you probably heard radio as theater of the mind, where you can take an idea and you can start adding sound effects here and there, and you just paint a bigger picture through audio, because everybody's interpretation is different from what they're hearing.
Absolutely.
So you can kind of help guide them in what you want them to hear. But that's the greatest thing, is just being able to take something and just run with it and be super creative.
Wherever you want to go in radio, we'll help you get there. Learn it all.
Hi, I'm Magdalena. I'm 16. I'm from St Mary's College in Auckland, and I'm here looking at a career in telecommunications.
Maggie is headed to Vodaphone's shiny headquarters in Auckland to learn about working in a leading-edge telecommunications company.
G'day, I'm Andy.
Hi, I'm Maggie.
Hey, Maggie.
Vodafone sales trainer Andy Hamilton is on hand to introduce Maggie to their state-of-the-art building.
So welcome to Vodaphone, Maggie. This is the home of helping Kiwis do their thing better. I think you agree it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, let's carry on having a look around and see what you think.
In this spacious, airy building, many staff have no permanent desk. The idea is to foster an energetic working environment with creative, productive thought.
So can you tell me more about how you work?
Yeah, so as you can see, we've got a really open plan. We've got 3 different types of workers at Vodaphone. We've got homers, zoners, and roamers.
Homers have fixed desks. Zoners pick an area to work in a particular zone, and roamers can choose to work anywhere.
So if you don't have a desk, how do you make calls?
Well, that's the beauty about being in mobile telecommunications. That's the office phone.
If you choose a career in telecommunications, there's a pretty broad range of jobs. There's the kinds of jobs that are common in any large business, so finance, accountants, human resources, but the core of our business is really around sales, marketing, customer service and technology. And the whole of our business is built upon the network that enables people to communicate.
The network links many hundreds of radio masts known as base stations all around New Zealand. It seeks out where your mobile phone is located, and then it connects you to the net or other phones.
Hello, Catherine speaking.
New base stations are being built all the time, and Maggie's first job is to find where might be the best site for a new tower.
We're going to run through with you one of our advanced engineering tools. So for the cell site design exercise, we use a sophisticated software tool, and what that does is helps us design a cell site that fits the New Zealand environment. You know, we have a lot of hills, a lot of water, and in this rural setting, we are able to optimise the placements of sites so we can maximise our coverage.
This is a new rural cell site. By moving the location of the site, the software works out the expected mobile coverage.
And if I move this to the top of the hill, does that mean I'll get better coverage?
Yeah, we'll be able to get better visibility to where the people live.
The software calculates, and the new coverage area is revealed.
Okay, so as you can see, it's much improved coverage.
All large cell sites have equipment rooms beneath the tower, and Maggie gets a look at one.
So, Amy, where are we?
Well, we're inside the equipment shelter of a typical urban cell site, and this is the base station equipment. Here we have a mixture of both our 2G, 3G, and 4G technologies, and over here we can see the antenna lines, the feeders, that go up to the top of the roof where our antennas are. We should go take a look.
This is a fantastically exciting industry. Everybody's mobile phone is turning into a computer. It's enabling people to do all sorts of different things. We have new 4G technology in mobiles. We have fibre coming in fixed world, and this is just opening up a world of possibility for customers. And at the heart of that is technology and engineers.
Phones and tablets new to the market all have to be monitored. Before new apps are released, they're tested to check how well they will work. Vodaphone's head of IT, Nisha Clark, shows Maggie some new devices.
So what we want to do now is we want you to check that, first of all, our mobile website is working and that you can access all the different links that are on the website. So the links are your things like your phones and plans and internet, the apps and services, entertainment. So I need you to go through them all and see that each one is working as we would hope it would work. Okay, so this is something that we look for in IT when something's not working, so we would report that as a defect.
New apprentices to Vodaphone sign up for a 2-year training program.
So the apprentice will move between IT, information technology, and the network side of the business and build up some skills and experiences. At the same time, we'll be supporting them with their vocational qualifications, so the NZQA level awards, working with the ITO skills.
The skills organization will support the trainees achieve this qualification in a specified time frame. The qualification is achieved by a combination of off-job and on-job training to complete your practical unit standards from the book. It's got a list of unit standards that you need to complete. Once your assessor is happy with the evidence, he will sign you off there.
All new staff, called starters, attend a 5-day induction course. Today, Maggie's joining Mission Vodaphone, a team game that introduces starters to the company.
So Mission Vodaphone is part of our 5-day induction program for our new starters.
Hi, we're here for Mission Vodaphone. Have you got anything?
It sees our new starters learning about Vodafone, about our values, our culture, and about customer obsession.
Okay, Maggie, you have a look at our first clue.
It's a fun, interactive way for our new starters to get accustomed to what we do here at Vodaphone, to accustom themselves with the building as well.
Okay, it's a V code. We need to put it in.
We'll be using smart tablets, scanning QR codes and V codes to find answers to the clues around the building.
This place, it's fast-paced. There's things changing all the time. There's probably very few other industries around the world that I would like to be in at this point in time. And even those exciting industries want to be in ours. So Google and Apple are trying to be Vodafone and telcos all over the world. So where else would you rather be?
So Maggie's done a terrific job at the cell site exercise. You know, she's a fast learner, excellent communicator, and those are the kind of key attributes that we're looking for here at Vodaphone. So I think she's got an exciting future ahead.
It's been heaps of fun, and I've learnt more about what telecommunications involves here at Vodafone. I've enjoyed working with the people. They're all really nice, and I think it would be an awesome place to work.
The Skills Organisation offer 2 qualifications in telecommunications, the National Certificate in Telecommunications Level 3, and you can go on to study for a National Certificate in Telecommunications Level 4. Apprentices learn off the job with the training provider, as well as on the job with their employer. An aptitude for electronics, engineering, and working with computers is an advantage. A flexible attitude and an ability to solve problems are important. Career prospects are excellent, and there's no limit to what can be achieved.
Now please turn to page 6 of your Radio Merit Badge workbook and work on section 7. List 3 specific careers in radio. We have discussed many possibilities in technical areas, commercial broadcasting, and radio operating associated with many different career paths. Then pick one that interests you and write that down. Discuss what education, training, and experience might be required for this particular profession.